Hi everyone, this is the demo for the Wet on Wet watercolor page. So I want you to notice that I have my sketchbook laying out flat on the table. I've got one page, single page laying on the hard surface, and the rest of the pages are off to the side. It's really important that when you do this project that you are not doing it on your bed, you're doing it on a hard surface because it is going to get messy. To start off, you're going to take your water cup. You want to make sure it's clean water. Dip your paintbrush in water, and you're just going to go to town painting your entire paper with water. And so you want to get it wet, so pretty damp, but I'm not dumping my entire water cup onto the paper because if I do that, the paper's going to be really fragile and it'll tear easily. So I don't want to do that. Instead, I'm just going to be patient and really try to get giant drops of water onto the paper so that it's a decent amount of coverage. Now, the other thing is you don't want the water to be so wet that when you try to pick it up, it tears. Now, you also want to work fairly fast because we live in Colorado and it is very dry. So you're going to get dry spots even after you've painted it. And if you do, you can just put some water down fairly quickly and get it damp again. All right, so we're done. I got a totally wet page. Now I can add color. You can use any color that you want. I recommend that you use either warm colors or cool colors, but if you want to change things up, you totally can. So I'm going to start with purple because I found after doing these demos 4 times that purple bleeds the most. And so when I put my paintbrush down, I'm not even really washing or scrubbing it. I'm just dabbing it, and you can see when I do that, because the page is wet, the watercolor is spreading. So you're going to keep dabbing. You're just going to let the water do its thing, and it's going to spread. If you've got some dry areas, no worries, you can just re-wet it and you'll be good to go. Now, if I want to add another color, this time I'm going to do black because it's also a great color that bleeds. If I dab it, I want you to notice that it spreads and it also mixes with other colors. And then if you want to add a little bit of water to make it spread out more, to make it lighter, you can totally do that. I'm going to work fairly quickly. As you're watching the demo, don't be afraid to do this along with me. I'm also going to add a little bit of red, although it's turning burgundy because I just used black. The dark colors tend to bleed really, really well. Actually, maybe I'll just stick to purple and black. The lighter colors like orange and yellow are going to have a harder time with making that bleed really dramatic. And I can show you an example with the orange. So here I'm doing the dabbing. It's pretty light, not really doing much compared to the purple, which has got a lot of drama. So again, for the sake of this demo, I'm going to do this fairly quick. Remember, there's no right or wrong way of doing this. Doing it at all is what's going to get you the points. And you can probably see as I'm working on this that this painting really doesn't take that long to do. It'll take maybe 5 minutes at the max. Actually, I'm at the 5-minute mark right now. All right, so I'm gonna call it done. That's my painting. Now a little fun thing that you can do is you can take your salt, unscrew that, and then you can put salt all over the painting. What happens when you do this is that there's a chemical reaction between the salt and the watercolor. And it ends up reacting kind of like oil and water. The salt repels the watercolor away, so it creates this really cool spackle look. And you can kind of see that in this example, which I did for cohort A, 3rd period. So it has this really cool sort of spotty, speckly lizard skin kind of texture. So it's a lot of fun. When you're done putting the salt on, even though it's wet, just take a picture, submit it to Canvas, and you are good to go. Again, I'm going to say that because I think my camera shut off for a bit. So when you're done, take a picture, submit it to Canvas, you're good to go. In terms of drying, just hit it with a blow dryer on a high speed. It'll take about 3 to 5 minutes for it to be totally dry. If you leave it alone, it's going to take about 2 to 3 hours for it to dry. So that's our wet on wet watercolor page demo. If you have any questions or concerns, email me, and have a great day.